Alright, welcome back to the next episode, which is a part 2 of 1 of 3, maybe, but I believe 2 of JiveSide's Jukebox. All that Texas talk made me want to get out my cowboy hat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we share this next little group of magic, this next little bundle of joy, I cannot stress enough how good, yes, this new Krong record is. Krong, I can't stress how good they are as a band. Check them out. It is refreshing and forward and backward and fashioned and dashioned and all kinds of things funked just right. Yes. Krong con todo el mundo. Out of Houston, Texas. Let's see if we find some more Texas in this bunch, shall we? I'm going to shuffle them up.
Shuffle them up and show them off.
So first we got on top of this little pile here is, bam, John Lee Hooker, Whiskey and Women. John Lee Hooker, one of the great blues men of all time, from a time just like that Lightning Hopkins that sounds otherworldly. This is fantastic stuff. Now this is with a band, which I think makes it even better. I love the John Lee and a guitar solo stuff, but I think he really shines with the band. Whiskey and Women, fantastic stuff. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. So fantastic, I think I listened to it 4 times in a row. Bam! Dance to the music. Sly and the Family Stone. This was their second record, believe it or not, and it is unbelievable. I will go on record, about this record, saying that Dance to the Medley is some of the greatest captured audio, period. Another way to put it, it's the most incredible 12 minutes put on tape. Dance to the Medley is just unbelievable. Now I'm gonna add some bottom, so the dancers are just won't hide. I love play. Oh. Another band you just want to hear play, Metallica. Garage Days revisited. This was definitely a twice in a row kind of spin. And you know what? You can hear bass on this. You gotta listen. You gotta listen for it, and you gotta turn it up pretty loud. Man, if only Steve Albini had produced Metallica, had been old enough at the time, you would have heard everything. This is amazing. This is the Metallica that I love the most. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even care that they're cover songs. I just think the sound is so good. The band sounds so good. The energy is so good. If you don't know this record, get to know it. Super amazing. Moving on to the fall. There are so many fall records. Not all fall are created equal. Many people think that this is one of their best records. I disagree. It's great. It's totally great. But the Marky Smith stuff that's like, man, the forward years, and then the 90s records, like that's, and the 80s stuff, it's a little too toned down, if you can believe it. It's the fall, but it's like the tamed fall. It's the slow, it's the gentle fall. I like the hard fall. But this is still really good, Middle Class Revolt. I just recommend other fall records above it. Which ones? Stay tuned for future episodes, because I'll definitely be spinning them. Boom! Bobby Blue Bland, one of the greatest singers of all time out of Memphis, Tennessee. Grew up with B.B. King. Clyde Stubblefield came out of the Bobby Band. Of course, Clyde made his mark with James Brown, even more so than he made his mark here. He just made his mark everywhere, Clyde Stubblefield. But this is amazing. Bobby Blue Bland. An amazing spirit, an amazing soul, an amazing singer, and an illiterate one at that. He had to learn all his songs by recording them phrase by phrase sometimes. And no growl, quite like the Blue Bland. Wow! See, I can't do it. Bobby Blue Band, 2 Steps from the Blues. Phenomenal stuff. Speaking of James Brown, a James Brown cover opens up this collection of Grant Green licks, blue breakbeats. This is an awesome funky collection of that great rock, jazz, funk, blues fusion that existed at a point in the 70s. Can't recommend Grant Green enough as a guitar player. He's just phenomenal. This is a really good gateway drug to Grant Green. Blue breakbeats. Boom, 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 boom. Erykah Badu, New America, Part 1. She has been making the best records of her career these last several records. I'm okay with the early Badu stuff. I'm not gonna lie, they have come and gone from my collection. But once she put out Worldwide Underground, I was like, oh, this is the Badu I've been dying to hear. And then New America 1 and 2 is just a continuation of that. This is an amazing record. Another one, easy to spin several times in a row. This is just an experience, very unique stuff. New America Part 1, awesome record. Moving on with the girl power, a little Bonnie Raitt, a little girls, you've been in love too long. You're a fool for your baby. Girls. This is Bonnie Raitt, one of the legends of American music, one of the pioneering women of modern history in terms of art and more specifically Americana. This is her just in her youth, in her prime, just solidifying that legacy. Can't say enough great things about this record. The production, the playing, the songs, her singing is so good. So good. Taking my time. Bonnie Raitt. Speaking of Steve Albini, I was wondering why that was on my mind. This is titled TK by the Breeders. This is an amazing record. Talk about a buried gem. It's, you have to listen to it. It's art rock, it's pop rock, it's hard rock, it's just perfect. And the production is amazing on this. You just hear everything so beautifully isolated and coming in between, and it sounds improvised, and it sounds planned, and it sounds just, it just sounds amazing. Titled TK, I can't recommend this record enough, The Breeders. And it's a short one, so yes, you'll spin this one several times. Bam! A little go-go. Trouble Funk. This is a live Trouble Funk collection, hitting hard. And they can boogie. This is amazing. This is, again, just another band where you just want to hear them play, man. It's just so good. So good. Wish I had seen Trouble Funk back when the go-go clubs were still around, but I have seen Trouble Funk in clubs that are not go-go clubs, and it's still been awesome. But Trouble Funk, hitting hard. This is an especially good collection. Sounds great. Performance is awesome. It really puts you there. Really great stuff. And then we got Professor. What's another name for pirate treasure? Well, I think it's booty. 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 Well, I got more bounce than a fucking ball. Beastie Boys, check your head. Amazing record. This is them solidifying their future and their legacy, and crossing genres and playing their own instruments and just making a record the way it should be. Like it's a piece of art that really pulls you in. You're in a whole nother place, and you're just listening to everything. You're just enjoying everything that's going on. Check your head. Best Beastie Boys record, if you ask me. And the last little collection here. Shuffle it up, bring it on home, and then it's on to whatever I gotta do next, and on to whatever you gotta do next. I hope and trust it involves music, and maybe it will involve this music. Let's see what we got. Bam! A little Miles Davis, On the Corner. I burned this for an amazing musician friend of mine, and he's young, college dude, and he's got the whole world ahead of him to listen to music and make music. But I asked him, what are some of the records, what do you think? Which ones do you like? He just goes, On the Corner, boy. This is amazing. New to me in the last couple years. Recommendation by my buddy Andrew, who made me the Grateful Dead and Waylon fan I am today. Thank you very much, Andrew, always. On the Corner, this rules. And you know what? If you don't like Miles Davis, well, there's hardly any of him on here. There's so much other stuff, though. The list of musicians on this is extensive. It's like every keyboard player that's a who's who, every guitar player, bass player, drummer. So good. On the Corner, listen to it, it's amazing. Little One Size Fits All, Frank Zappa. Bum, doo-doo, doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is one of my favorite of the Zappa records. I think it has a really great flow to it. I love all the songs. It's got some of his classics like Inca Roads. It's got incredible guest spots by Johnny Guitar Watson, one of my favorites, and one of Frank's as well. 'Cause you're so fine, so fine. Frank Zappa, One Size Fits All. You know what? It truly does. This is a record that even people who don't like Frank Zappa will love, and even people who love the really crazy Frank Zappa also love. One Size Fits All. Recommend it. Good stuff. Boom! He's Mr. Know-It-All. Innervisions. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on with your come on. Stevie. His handful of records that are just transcendent. This is one of them. Man, he's playing all the drums on this shit. Every single song is just a classic, even if it's not like the big hit on the radio. I mean, when you hear All Love Is Fair, or then you hear like the funky, you know, living just enough for the city. And then of course Too High. I think one of the top track ones of all time, because it's just so unexpected. Even if you know Stevie Wonder, it's just a really different tune. But Innervisions is incredible. Enjoy it as often as you can. Boom! Had to pull out Free For All after the last episode talking about Dave Holland. And no, they have nothing to do with each other except the title. And this record comes across actually as a big band-ish style, because it's got 3 horns on it. Curtis Fuller's on here. That's what I love about jazz, all the connections. And Wayne Shorter and Freddie Hubbard, but all the licks they play and the lines and the melodies and stuff are very big bandish, and this sound is very big bandish. It's not as chaotic and small band styled as the Jazz Messengers with just with Lee Morgan and Wayne Shorter, which is the shit. But this is totally great. I mean, Art Blakey is one of the mad geniuses of music. And he's just such a joy to listen to, no matter what. It's Free For All, very good stuff. Here we have some Fastway. This is my only Fastway. I think this should be the only Fastway I should own, if I even need to own this one. But this is Fast Eddie Clarke from Motorhead. This is his album after. Started with the dude from UFO, which I don't know anything about UFO, but his last name is Way. I don't know what his first name is. But I guess he didn't make it to this record. But why I got this record, aside from Fast Eddie, is Eddie Kramer produced this. And Eddie Kramer engineered all the Zeppelin records, he engineered all the Hendrix records, he engineered and produced some of the best Kiss stuff. So Eddie Kramer, I will check out whatever he does, because he's got a good taste. Oh, he also did, some of the solo Ace Frehley stuff. Anyway, Fastway. If you're into just like hard rocking, this is a good one for you. It's a good listen. It's not like an amazing listen, but it's a good listen. Here we have Little Joe Williams. Little sensitive listen. Man Ain't Supposed to Cry. One of the great voices of American history. American recording history. Joe, everything he sang was just perfect. Of course, you're gonna like some vibes of some songs better. I like his more livelier ones, but this is all ballads and they're all beautiful. And this is good classic stuff. Good classic stuff as in historical, and also good classic stuff because few people do things at this level. And Joe and everyone who recorded on this are just not with us anymore. So, man, it's most oh boy, my adrenaline's getting up just even looking at this one. But Tales of Kid Funkadelic. I wanna go back. Come on, take you there. Let's take it to the people. Let's take it to the people. Take it on stage. I call me a disco kid. Take your dead ass home. I mean, I'm never gonna tell it. Never gonna speak on it. Every single thing on this is amazing. It's a short record with a very long Bernie Worrell improv tune at the end. It is the eponymous Tales of Kid Funkadelic. That is incredible. Wow. Funkadelic is one of the greatest bands of all time. One of my personal favorites, if not my personal favorite. It's literally mind-blowing, and it's just incredible. This one definitely got a bunch of spins, and not only did it get a bunch of spins, but it pulled more Funkadelic to follow it, I'm sure, or this followed that. I don't remember which one, but dig-a-doo-doo, 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 Cosmic Slap. Such a great record. Actually, one of my, not one of my top Funkadelic records, but it doesn't mean it's not amazing. It's got such great tunes like, you know, standing here with broken heart. You know, you can't miss what you can't measure, is what they try to set me free. You know, I don't even know all the words and I still love it. Tell that party once you turn down my journey. You can't miss what you can't measure. You know, it's like your relationship with God. It's a personal one, right? My relationship to Funkadelic is a very personal one. And I know that everyone out there can have their own personal relationship to Funkadelic. One of the greatest bands of all time. Cosmic Slap. And bringing it on home. Speaking of Motorhead and Fast Eddie Clarke, boom! Motorhead, Another Perfect Day. This is one of the best Motorhead records in my opinion. I think the songs are awesome. The playing is awesome because, of course, all the stuff with Phil Taylor on it I think is the best. Nothing against Mickey D. He's an incredible, incredible drummer, but just the danger and the passion and the energy in Phil Taylor's drumming is just amazing. But what makes this record really special is it's the one and only record with Brian Robertson from Thin Lizzy, one of my all-time favorites. And Brian, it's too bad he was a son of a gun and a mean old drunk at that, because he was an amazing guitar player. Amazing guitar player. It's just dictionary definitions of what the electric guitar, especially a Les Paul guitar, should and can sound like past, you know, the introduction of Jimmy Page to the world. Motorhead, Another Perfect Day. And we'll end on that one. So, I appreciate you all, and it's odd enough, I don't think there were any Texas bands in this group, so I should have had the hat for the last one. But we're all connected. It's all sounds and vibrations. I've been your sonic counselor. I appreciate you, and I want you to protect your ears. Feed it only good food. Good thoughts, good fruit. Bad thoughts, bullshit fruit. I'll catch you next time. Peace.